working here at the DPS STS School for the last 11 years now. I had my education in India in a renowned boarding school, after which I did my graduation and post-graduation from Delhi University. And I did my master's in English literature from the famous Miranda House in Delhi University, after which I worked for a short while in the corporate sector, but I did not quite enjoy it. So I moved on to the education sector. And my first teaching assignment was with the Delhi Public School east of Kailash in New Delhi. I worked for a short while.
Which year it was?
This was in November 1977. I joined the Delhi Public School east of Kailash. I worked there only for 6 months because I had not done my bachelor's in education. And in India, you could not get a confirmed teaching job till you had not obtained a bachelor's in education degree. So I joined the State College of Punjab University, and I did my bachelor in education, which is a 1-year full-time course. And after that, I got married, and my husband and I both were in the education field, and we taught at some of India's most renowned schools, like the Lawrence School, Sanawar, the Mayo College, Ajmer. Then my husband got the principalship of, Maharana Mewar Public School, Udaipur, while I continued as head of the Department of English at the Mayo College, Ajmer. Then we shifted to G.D. Birla Memorial School, Ranikhet. That was the first time I got into educational administration in addition to my teaching. So I was assisting my husband with all the administrative jobs and all. Then we moved to one of India's top schools called the Lawrence School, Lovedale, which my husband headed for 5 years. And I was the head of the curriculum development and also the in charge of boarding houses. After 5 years of working in that top school, we decided that now we had enough of working in established schools. So we decided to, join organizations where we could get the opportunity of setting up new schools. And in the meantime, we had done a lot of traveling also. We had traveled almost to all the continents of the globe and visited various renowned public schools like Eton and all. And we studied the education system in the different schools in Australia, in Canada, in the UK. And so we were very excited about the idea of setting up new schools so that we could put into practice all the experience that we had gained during our teaching and our administrative careers. So we joined one organization in Gandhidham in Gujarat. And this gentleman was setting up a Delhi public school, DPS, which was, going to commence in 2006. Okay. So from 2006 to 2009, we started the school right from the scratch for him. We set it up, we got it affiliated to the Central Board of Secondary Education. And then my husband came across this advertisement in the newspaper. They had advertised for the post of principal in DPS STS Dhaka. So we were very excited about this because Bangladesh is a neighboring country and a friendly neighboring country. We had earlier got many offers to work in the Middle East, but somehow we never thought of accepting those offers. But when this opportunity came up in Bangladesh, especially my husband, he was very excited and he felt that this would have a tremendous potential and opportunities for us. So in 2009, April, we came to Dhaka, and the school building was still under construction at that point of time. So we were involved with this DPS STS school right from its inception. We appointed the first teacher, we admitted the first student, we did all the documentation, set up all the educational systems, selection of books, setting up of all the co-curricular activities, the curriculum, the culture of the school, the ethos of the school, the slogans, and the whole educational philosophy was established by us with, of course, the very astute and wise guidance of our honorable directors of the STS group. To be very honest, let me tell you that the Bangladeshi students in the English medium schools in Bangladesh are second to none.
Okay.
Not only India, but all over the world.
Okay.
Because I have traveled and met students all over the world. So I would like to, make this point with a great emphasis that our students in the Bangladeshi schools are exceedingly well-informed, smart, aware. They are very articulate. They are very confident, and they are hardworking. And I find that they can be compared to the best of students in even the developed countries. I don't know too much about the Western countries, but I do feel that sexual harassment is a part of society. Because, and especially in the developing countries like India, like Bangladesh, where still we are in that stage where we need to establish the fact that men and women are equals. So we always talk about, warning our girls to dress modestly, to behave decently, but we seldom talk about teaching our boys to respect women.
Okay.
So what I find is that this is a lacking not just in the school, this is a lacking in society. That even many parents in many families do not treat their sons and daughters as equals. So women are, regarded as an object of sex, or, to be looked upon only as objects of beautification. But they, society has to realize that women are intellectually at par, or even in certain fields far ahead of men. So, and of course, there's a lack of values. What has happened is that with the mothers and fathers both becoming involved in careers, I think parents are also not devoting enough time to teaching the right values to the students. And what is happening, that there is a lot of exposure. The problem is that with the internet, with the media, children at a very young age are getting exposed to a lot of things which was not happening earlier. If you look at the films, if you look at the kinds of serials that the children are seeing, with so much of violence, so much of explicit sex being, thrown about here and there, and the children lacking the maturity and the values. So the girls are becoming victims of sexual harassment, and as you said, even rape. There are cases in schools where even maybe rapes have taken place, which is very unfortunate and which we really have to struggle to overcome. And as you rightly said, that schools need to pay a lot of attention to value education. Now, I think we are one of the very few schools in Bangladesh where value education is actually taught as a subject right from the beginning. And we give a lot of importance to life skills and to value education. Because we believe that even if a student gets 95% or 100% marks, but is not a good human being, he's not a decent human being, he's a man who does not respect women, then we feel that that education is a waste. Okay. So we are trying to teach our students the right kind of values, like honesty, not telling lies, truthfulness, being not being cruel to animals, being helpful to elderly people, being kind, being respectful, and respecting all religions, not indulging in violence, not having bullying, the seniors bullying the juniors. So many values we try to inculcate in our students, and we organize so many activities where we let the students take the lead, and especially when it comes to community service,
Okay.
because that is one of the ways by which you can teach the right values to the children, that how to respect everybody. So we encouraged our children to do a lot of community service, go out of the school, go to orphanages, go to old age homes, donate clothes to the needy, help the poor and people who are in need. So we are trying our best. But as I said, that our countries like India, Bangladesh, the society still has not reached that level of maturity where we realize that women are not just objects of sex, but they are equivalent to men in all respects. If
Okay.
lately you might have heard that an all-women crew, of Air India flew the longest flight
Yes.
in history. So
Yes.
women are sort of coming out of their homes. They are standing shoulder to shoulder with men. They are doing all kinds of jobs which earlier were unthinkable. Women are in the defense forces. Women are doctors, scientists, engineers, astronauts, pilots. So this is how the respect also for women will grow, when men will realize that these women can do the same kinds of jobs as we are doing, and as well or even better than we are doing, then automatically and spontaneously that respect will come. So this is something which is going to take time, where it has to be a collaborative effort of the school, of the parents, and of society. I think that, as you said, that this is not just about our school. It is a global problem. And as soon as the classes were discontinued, very quickly, our management, coaxed us to come into action, and we redesigned our entire educational system. That means the teaching methodologies, the strategy, and we immediately started online classes. We gave intensive training to our teachers. Our IT department was almost working round the clock to train the teachers, to train the students, to train the parents, because now it was a collaborative venture. It is not just something between the teacher and the student, but parents were also equally involved. And we set up, online support team, 24 hours, 7 days a week, to give all the support to the students and to the teachers. Laptops, touchscreen laptops were provided to all our teachers. And we conducted a series of surveys, from the parents, to get their inputs, to understand their difficulties. And our online classes were really very, very fruitful. Yes, to some extent, especially when it comes to subjects like science and computers, which are more practical in nature.
Okay.
You know, where for instance, science experiments, even though virtually these were done, demonstrations were done, but it's a different thing when the students are actually in the laboratory. It's a different thing when students are actually in the field and playing a game of basketball rather than doing something virtually. So definitely no one will say that the virtual platform is a perfect substitute for actual or physical school. It can never be. And children do need their friend circle. Peer group interaction is very necessary. Face-to-face interaction with teachers, the warmth of that relationship, it turns a little cold when it is just on a TV screen. So definitely, I would not say that this is a perfect substitute, but it was the best we could do in the given circumstance. See, we are working on it. Actually, we are still doing the planning part. because we are also not very certain when the physical school will be starting. So, but we are planning that even if it starts in the new session, besides starting off with the new curriculum or the new syllabus, we will also do a lot of revision work and try to give additional time to the children via special classes and by additional tasks and assignments to be done at home, so that whatever lackings they were due to the physical classes not being held, the children do not suffer at all. And I'm very confident that the children will not suffer. This will work out. Of course, children will have to put in additional hours, and even the teachers will have to work very hard. But we are all in a state of preparedness to, take on this challenge. And I'm sure that there will be no issues, at least not in our school. Yes, you're very right. That's a very valid point. And let me tell you that we are, perhaps the only school which has two pastoral counselors who are dedicated, to this work. And our teachers also, I can say that every teacher is a counselor. And so we will be conducting, sessions with the students, through the class teachers, through the pastoral counselors, through our section heads, where it will not be about academics, but it will be about talking to the children to resume the normalcy, to, talk about, things that they have missed in a very open way, so that we can understand what are the psychological setbacks which different groups of children have gone through, so that these can be addressed and the children can, come back to a state of normalcy, and there are no issues. And I think it's a very valid point, and we'll definitely be addressing this point.